What's up you guys, hope you're all doing good and welcome to our Dream channel once again. For those who are visiting our channel for the first time, let me quickly introduce myself. I'm Jagdish, a software developer with around 10 years of experience. So far we have been trying to cover basics of Java programming right from the fundamentals on a daily basis. If you have missed any of those videos, don't forget to go and check out our channel. In our recent past videos, we have been trying to cover the types of variables in Java. We have seen extensively about local variables and instance variables. If you have missed it, you can go and check it out in our channel. Today in this video, we're going to talk about a type of variable and one important concept in Java called as static variables. To demonstrate static variables, let's take the same example which we used in our previous videos for explaining the instance variables. There we used a class called as employee which has two instance variables as employee ID and a name, and we told about the behavior of the instance variables. And to talk about this class, it has two variables and it has a parameterized constructor and it has a display method which displays the name and the employee ID. And here I am going to declare a static variable. So static variable will look something like with the keyword, it starts with a keyword called as static and then followed by the data type, and I am going to use the variable name as company name, and I am going to initialize some value, let it be MNC, be the name of the company. And in the display method, let me try to print the company name. The company name is company name. Now we use the hello instance class for invoking this particular class. So we created a parameterized object, like using the parameterized constructor, we created an object and we try to invoke the display method. Now let us try to run this particular program. So let's see the output. So first we have invoked, we have created an object for this particular class by making use of this parameterized constructor. So 1001 is employee ID, name of the employee is Sam, and the company name is MNC, which we have defined over here because it is a static variable. I'll tell you what is static variable and how we can alter the values of a static variable. And for second employee also it is same. So for instance variables, let's try to understand the basic difference. For the instance variables, it stores the state of the object. For instance, when creating the object, whatever the value that I passed to these variables, that will be retained in this particular object. So when I call the display method with this object, these values gets printed for those variables. When I call the display method using this particular object, these values gets printed. But in both these scenarios, the company name remains the same because it is a static variable. Okay, how can we change the value of the static variables? Static variables otherwise are called as the class variables. It is specific to a class but not to the object. It is not going to retain the state of the object. So whatever may be the object that you create, the static variable value is going to remain the same because it belongs to the class but not the object. How can you invoke the static variables? Since the static variables belongs to the class, you don't have to call it by making use of the object. You can just call it by making use of the class name itself. So in the hello instance class, let me try to like even before the creation of the object, let me try to set the value of the company name as XXX. Now if you try to run this particular program, in both the scenarios, for the first employee as well as for the second employee, the company name is getting printed as XXX. The reason is we have set the company name as XXX, we are making use of the class name. So this is what is called as a static variable. A static variable is something that belongs to the class, and if it is altered, it will have its copy getting reflected on all the objects wherever you are going to invoke. So that is why, since you have assigned XXX to this company name, even when you call with the first object or with the second object, the value is getting printed as XXX. So this is what is called as a static variable. So hope you found this video informative, and if you have any questions, don't forget to comment it out in the comment section, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. We'll meet you soon in the next video. Thank you.